Late morning. We have some breaking news here to discuss. There's a couple things. And no, it's not the buy zone for 2022 after XRP stuck at 60 cents and possibly looking at a 50% retracement as we've been starting to talk about in the 30-cent demand area. But that is not the breaking news. The breaking news is Ripple and XRP holders might be stuck with SEC lawsuit until 2023. And this came out at about 3:10 UTC time. So I want to get to this. I want to make sure that we're doing the proper due diligence on the technicals after we get done reading this. We'll read the technical analysis and the price prediction for 2022. And then we're going to get into the XRP chart. It's only going to be an XRP update. We might dabble into Bitcoin just to see what's going on. But this is some breaking news that's coming through the channels. I don't want you guys to get caught up in the FUD or the idea that there's going to be any kind of settlement. Because there's no chance, 0%. Take that to the bank. You're not getting a settlement in this case because it has too much implications on the ISO implementation, and they're using this to expose the SEC and the federal government and their crimes against the cryptocurrency. So they're not gonna settle this. So no matter what anybody says on YouTube, when they say a settlement's gonna happen or a settlement on this date, they're tickling your balls to take your bottom line, which is your dollar. Welcome back, and I'm not saying anything, but it's not. Is it any coincidence I was named Tom, and I have an army, and I am the best person to do technical analysis. Tom's Army, TA. Is it any coincidence that all the things in the universe came together for this very moment, and that you are one of the 0.0000 bunch of zeros, even more zeros than Shiba 1%, to actually watch my show? Be honored, be blessed. I am every day when I present it to you. So Ripple and XRP holders might be stuck with SEC lawsuit until 2023. Make sure that like button and share this far and wide. And I want to thank the new members of Tom's Army. We're up to 184 members. The most members of Tom's Army in better than 90 days. You heard that right. Better than 90 days. So only 16 away from our special goal of 200 members of Tom's Army. The old Mendoza line in baseball for the batting averages. So John Deaton stressed his belief the XRP lawsuit is being used as a weapon, and the SEC is likely to do all it can do to delay the production of the documents, which might include filing a writ of mandamus and an interlocutory appeal to the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. John Deaton, the attorney representing more than 65,000 XRP holders in the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit, he's a douche. With the he's just like a big fudster. Amicus curiae status has turned to Twitter to share what he called the worst thread he has ever written. Replying to the most common question among the XRP community and the systemic delays in the case, how long the SEC versus Ripple case will take to resolve either by settlement or by judgment, John Deaton admitted he placed a lot of emphasis on the DPP ruling. If the SEC is successful in delaying the production of the documents pertaining to the emails and drafts of him in speech and meeting with third parties, the case could last another year. You heard that right here, folks, another year. Just like I said, ain't nothing happened. There is nothing going to happen until minimum November 2022. But like I broke to you guys, they're trying to push for some of this implementation from anywhere from 3-month delay to 1 year. So to me, this XRP case is going to drag on, and you should be blessed. Get down on your knees and thank God that you found me, found XRP, and found the understanding of what's going to happen before a lot of other people, because we have a whole year, guys, almost. A whole fucking year until at least November, which is still 10 months away. We have a whole year to build our XRP when it gets to the bottom. For anybody who says, oh, this sucks, why can't XRP's a shit coin? Guys, I'll show you plenty of other coins in the process, like Filecoin, Theta, and a few other that are going to explode during this time period. And even though we're going to be in bear markets, which we are, and we're going to continue in bear market for the better part of another year to two, it's because the ISO has to be implemented. That's why I said until 2023, And into 2024 and ultimately 2025, we can't do anything. We're stuck. But what we can do is build our bags. And what I mean by bags isn't we're diamond hands. You know what diamond hands means to me? I am Mr. I can't read a chart. Mr. I'm afraid to part ways because I'm afraid it's going to go to the moon. You know what that is? That's hopium, ladies and gentlemen. Get rid of that out of your mindset or you're going to be broke. Or long holdler. You don't know what you have. No, I do know what I have, and I also know because of how valuable it is, I want to get as much of it as I can. So I'm going to read my technicals, and when I know it's going down like I did 3 months ago, 6 months ago, and now, my bags have been emptied. So when it goes to 30 cents and 15 cents, if we're lucky enough for it to get down to that 12-cent area where we have to get back to the accumulation zone where Bitcoin started. If we're going to decouple that start, if we're going to decouple from Bitcoin, we got to work our way back in the next year or so down to that 12-cent range and Bitcoin back down to that sub 10,000 likely, 75, 8,500 range. That's where it coupled to Bitcoin. So if we want to talk the truth, that's the truth. But if you want to talk about people that sell XRP, the long holders always talk, you're selling it, you're going to miss it. Miss what? Miss your 80% loss from last, June? Miss your better than 50% drop in a month and a half? No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy while you're sitting there wishing you had more funds when it's at 12 cents or 30 cents or 38 cents. And I'm going to buy it up. And the people who are watching me and understanding, especially the members of Tom's Army, are going to buy it up. That doesn't mean you have to sell your bag. If you've got money, just make sure you have liquid money. If XRP goes down 50% and you can afford 50% more, I would never sell. But if XRP goes back 50% more and you can't buy anything and you're under 50%, well, you've got a big fucking problem. Because $1 to 50 cents, well, now every time it goes up 50 cents, you're 1xing. Well, now your first 1x is just to get back to even. And then by the time you 1x, you would have already 4x from 50 cents. That's my point. Sure, you 1x to $2. Fantastic. But I 4x because I knew it was going to go to 50 cents and bought it back in this scenario. Instead of sitting on it, even if you were down 10%, why not sell it and buy 38% more at the bottom and then you make that much more with that lower? I mean, it makes no sense, some of the arguments. So, anyhow, DPP ruling may lead to settlement. I said if the judge pierced the deliberative process privilege and ordered the SEC internal documents produced, we could see a settlement within 90 days. I told you he was full of shit. I told you that John Deaton is a big fudster and this would never happen. And I don't know why they were doing that. Why he was saying that. It was just such a line of horse shit. I also said if the judge rules the documents don't have to be produced to Ripple, I believe the case will go into to summary judgment and possibly a jury verdict, he explained. It's going to have to go to a jury verdict or summary judgment. There cannot be a settlement. So he already knows this. They all know this. He knows this. He's just fudding it up for you so you'll keep buying this pile of horse shit before it gets down to the right price. They don't want you in this. He don't want you in this. Brad Garlinghouse, Deaton, none of these guys want you in this. They're going to act like they do because they need you right now to push this pile of horse manure until this is all put into place. All crypto is garbage right now. It's just the way it is. ISO or not. But if you have an ISO coin, you have a second, you have the advantage right now because you know it's going up in the long term. And it'll be here when they get rid of a bunch of, about 95% of crypto. The judge gave a mixed ruling with the SEC being able to keep most of the documents from being produced, but Ripple scored 2 significant victories. The emails with ex-SEC Director Hinman's draft speech were deemed not privileged and ordered to be turned over. The notes taken by SEC lawyers regarding meeting with third parties not associated with Ripple must also be produced and are very likely to include exchanges with Consensus, Joseph Lubin from Ethereum, and other relevant material. The judge also ruled that any notes from SEC attorneys that reflected their mental impressions could be redacted by the plaintiff before handing them over to Ripple. If the emails and notes contain exculpatory evidence of Ripple or damning evidence against the SEC, it could lead to settlement, but until the SEC is forced to turn them over, it won't. There's not going to be a settlement, guys. This is all a big show. What would a settlement prove? So XRP pays a fine? That's not good enough. We need to have inclusion for the ISO coin. So you need to have clarity, period. SEC might appeal to the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. The court's decision to grant the SEC's request to file a motion for the judge to reconsider her DPP ruling was a hard blow to the expectations of XRP holders that have been forced to stay on the sidelines with their assets frozen for more than a year already. Today's decision on allowing the SEC to file a motion to reconsider its terrible news related to the timeline issues. So why do I like Uphold? I'm not frozen. Without question, today's decision will cause more delay. John Deaton continued as he explained how it's likely to play out, and yes, I'm in the USA. The motion papers will be served on February 25th. It is fair to assume the judge will likely take 1 to 2 weeks to issue a ruling. That brings us to mid-March. The losing side then has 14 days to file objections before Judge Torres. So listen, guys, this is going to get us into April after this 14-day extension right off the bat. Like I said, the next thing you're really going to hear of subsequence or of substance would be in April, and that's just going to tell us we're being delayed again. There is no doubt whoever loses will appeal to Judge Torres before all the paperwork is filed. And then you got to file the paperwork, and then you got to have the motions, and then you've got to go over discoveries. It's a whole big process that's going to take forever. Related to the objections, it will at best be mid-April. How long will it take for Judge Torres to rule on the objections? I don't know, but 30 days is certainly fair to assume. If she does take 30 days, it brings us to mid-May. Here we go. Although expert depositions will be over on February 28th, how does Ripple finalize its summary judgment motions not knowing what these documents contain? So the people who are going to point to February 28th, you can already stop it now. John Deaton that Ripple might need to seek leave from the court for an expert to supplement a report incorporating some of these documents, which brings oral arguments to end of May. Even if both Judge Netburn and Judge Torres rule that Hinman emails must be turned over to Ripple, the SEC might still attempt to file an interlocutory appeal to the Second Circuit Court of Appeals, although such interlocutory appeals for matters related to discovery motions are generally not allowed, he explained. But will that stop the SEC from attempting it, thus causing another 30 to 60 days? Believe it or not, the SEC could attempt to file a writ of mandamus, and I brought this up a while ago, before the Second Circuit, judicial end to SEC versus Ripple in 2023. If this turns out to be true, we might only be seeing the end of the DPP chapter in July or even later, which inevitably pushes the case back further. Earlier this month, Attorney General Hogan predicted the lawsuit would be over in August, September, which I told you then again. He's full of shit again. The same guy who predicted it to be over how many times last year and in January of this year. Obviously, he's not telling you a dirty little secret. This case can't end until ISO implementation is fully in place and begin it. Not end game, but it's got to be fully starting the implementation. And XRP would have to have clarity, and so would XLM by virtue, and the ISO coins by association. You see how it works? So by XRP, Ripple, getting clarity, it gives every ISO coin the clarity behind it because they're running the same standards. They're all coded for the ISO implementation. So if XRP Ripple gets the upper hand and they're ruled and they have the clarity and not a security, that's all ISO coins, and they can focus on Ethereum and Bitcoin and all the trash coins. But that was before the SEC's intention to request the court to reconsider its ruling on the deliberative process privilege. At the time, Hogan expected a 5-month briefing schedule before the judge even gets the case to make a decision, which could take about 3 months. If we take the DPP chapter into account, that could mean the case won't be over before 2023. Added that the parties can stipulate a shorter time frame, and the judge would agree with that. But do you think the SEC would agree to a shorter time frame? Me neither. So, fascinating. And anybody who doesn't share the real information with you, stop watching them. We're in a critical time in history where it doesn't matter if I'm here for 30, 40, 50 minutes on an update. Yesterday I had a 2-hour and 40-minute live stream, which you too could be a part of if you were part of Tom's Army, which you can watch, but you can't comment if you're not. So join Tom's Army, $9.99 a month. Join the other 84 people that are part of the Army. Join the exclusive Telegram that's up to an all-time high of 141 members, and it's absolutely spectacular. We'll check out the Telegram after this. But we got a lot of stuff being talked in. So, XRP price prediction. XRP stuck at 60 cents buy zone for 2022. The recent cryptocurrency market crash was a harsh one. Not only did cryptos crash more than 50%, but there seems to be strong selling pressure that did not end yet. XRP is known to be a lagging cryptocurrency. When the crypto market is soaring, XRP barely moves and makes it sleep when most cryptos stop increasing in value. Recently, XRP crashed around 50%. Is this project still worth investing in? Guys, here's the FUD that's going to happen this whole year as we get closer to the implementation. This is what you want. We want negative spin. We want lawsuit pushing to 2023. We want all the stereotype of this pile of horse shit, which is how I'm going to push it, for everybody to think it's trash. And when they all think that, that's when we load up, because we already know this is where we get to the promised land. XRP, XLM. Let's go over the ISO coins. XRP, XLM, Algo, IOTA, yes, Shiba, yes, Doge, ADA, XDC. These are all coins that are going to make your dreams come true at the proper levels, but Doge may not make your dreams come true until you flip a couple zeros. And you heard that here exclusively. We're probably going to flip a few zeros, ladies and gentlemen. If XRP is at 12 cents, if XLM is at 4 cents, Doge is at 0.00, and that's where you should be starting to buy Doge. When you see 2 zeros, forget what Miles says, forget what the Final Stand douchebag says, forget what all these dummies that say about Doge. Until you see the flip of a 0, you shouldn't be long holding Doge. You can swing it for big swings, but until you see the 0 flip, you should not own Doge. Same with Shiba. Until you see that 0 flip, it should not be a long hold scenario. XDC, likely. Until you see that 0 flip, I know. But if XRP is 12 cents, there's no way XDC is going to have a 0 in front of it. Only one. It's going to be 0. Just like DGB will be 0. And VChain and ZIL, 0. HBAR, likely, 2-3 cents? I'm just saying, guys. So when you understand what's happening, I can already see it. Are you guys going to be millionaires with me? Join Tom's Army. Stay ahead. Talk to me personally. In this XRP prediction, we'll look at the fundamentals and the technicals of Ripple Company and its XRP token. But nobody knows the fundamentals and the technicals better than I. So we shall see. The XRP Future Millionaire will dissect this for each and every one of us. XRP price reached a strong buy zone. The XRP Future Millionaire disagrees. Oh, wait a minute. This is from... Okay. Okay. The crypto market crash started to clearly occur in mid-December. However, XRP prices showed a downtrend ever since the 8th of November. The target of $1.40 was not reached, and prices started to fall week after week. In Figure 1, we can clearly see how the uptrend of XRP was broken and the downtrend started. Well, we can't see it, but we'll assume. Despite this crash, XRP prices are still up compared year over year, or year on year, but looking at how the crypto market is behaving, we might retrace lower if things continue as is. The 60-cent price area is definitely a strong support. If prices continue to fall, the next level of support would be 30-cent price area. So they're saying the 60-cent support because even though we had a few wicks in the weekly, we've never actually held a wick under 60 cents yet. So that is still a true technical support area. That's 604, why I always point to it. Ripple SEC case is still open in 2022. When Ripple Company was slammed with the lawsuit back in December 2020, its price did indeed fall. Because of the rising cryptocurrency market, though, XRP prices managed to recover and recoup the losses made. On the other hand, while other altcoins like Cardano and Solana soared higher, XRP fell from the top valuable cryptos and currently is at number 7. If Ripple Company wins the SEC case, the price of XRP will definitely increase. By how much? Well, it depends on the crypto market as a whole. If we are in a downtrend, XRP is expected to increase 10 to 15%. So, guys, if a case just ended on a downtrend market, that's what you're expecting. And I tend to agree with that. If the market is on an uptrend, XRP can increase between 30 to 50%. Those numbers are on average of how other cryptos perform during a bull and bear market and reaction to fundamental news. XRP price prediction. Can XRP reach $1? Since the current crypto market is in bear market, it is not likely that XRP will reach a price of $1 anytime soon. We need to see a recovery across crypto market first. Buyers switching from stablecoins back to XRP and a more positive general outlook. The current market dynamics show a different story. On the other hand, if you're a long-term investor, buying XRP at the current price might be a good idea. The current 60-cent price is a strong support, and setting a tight stop loss will not harm your pockets much. Yeah, but if you're going to buy 60 cents, you might as well not buy it at 60. You might as well buy it at 6048. Or buy it at 52 or 54 or 57. 60 cents is just no man's land, guys. It's not going to hurt you to wait a cent or two to make this confirmation. In case the price breaks this strong support, though, the next support would be the 30-cent area, which is a 50% crash. That's why before we focus on the $1 price mark, we need to look for a break in the downtrend parallel channel. Once achieved, we can talk about a trend reversal and the higher potential of XRP. For now, tread lightly. Couldn't agree more. So now let's get to the XRP chart first. PBR, guys, still outperforming the market, and we've been up for many days in a row. But now, guys, you have to pay attention. This head and shoulders is likely coming to an end, and we're going to stabilize with the rest of the market. And I expect a retrace to come down to likely $12.28 area, get back to the top of the accumulation zone where we broke this cup and handle. And why would I lie to you? I led you into these nice profits. But now it's up to you because that pays a 15.8% dividend. So a drop from these levels to here would be about a 10.8% drop. You get a 15% dividend. And it is risky because it can keep going up. But with the broader market starting to break down and gold and silver being pushed down by the US dollar, I did sell out today for the first time. I made 13% from where I told you, not from where I told you guys to buy in, from where I told you guys to buy in. But I want to show you where I bought in and what my reasoning was. I was at $11.52. That was my buy-in right there. Somewhere along these little, on the rise. Made a rise up. And I bought it on this little uptrend. Because it looked good on the chart. And I thought we were about to break the cup. So when we got up here, we'll just do it from a little higher. So I was up approximately, when I sold it though, I wasn't way at the top. I did not sell it up here, guys. I sold it. It came down like this. We pushed up, came back down a little bit on this candle. So I was up about 18%. So on $2,000, I made 18%. And it took me about, it was about 2 weeks. 2 weeks. About a 2 week. So anybody who bought it though from where I set it, $12, because I was really comfortable here telling you guys to buy it when it was at $12.52. I thought it was going up to complete this. So we'll go from $12.58. That was better than 10%. Even right now it's at 10%. So you guys can make up your mind. Traditionally when you have a 15.8 dividend, when you go up these 10%, it comes back and corrects. And with the overall markets, crude oil is getting ready to make a top here, it looks like, an M-top in reversal. So we just got to be careful because the broader markets and the commodities have all reversed back down. So we just have to be careful. We're going to get an opportunity with Fortuna Silver Mines, I believe, back at about $2.93 if we're lucky. It could possibly hold here, though, so I'm watching very closely. I'm 50-50 on buying back in. I had an order where I bought at $3.38. I got liquidated at $3.52. I didn't even get to take the high capitalization, but it liquidated me 14 cents higher than I bought in, and that was a set plan because I didn't want to watch it. So on my Cash App, I just had a set stop loss for $3.52, and it sold out to my surprise yesterday, and I was fine with it because I bought it at $3.38. I did not make $3.63, but I had a stop loss here, so I didn't have to contend with this big drop back down. And now I would be underwater, so I'm very happy with what I did. So I got about $2,200 that I'm going to put back into Fortuna Silver Mines. I made a few option plays for later in the year for $1 level on Camber Energy, but it's not until, end of July, which it could backfire, but I only put, about $50 into them. They were down like 58% in the last day, and I completely hammered somebody today. They were trying to get $20 per option, and they ended up willing to sell it to me for $16 because they didn't want to keep their options. And I bought the 3 that they were willing to sell at that level, and I still have 2 more open, but they didn't fill it. So somebody is not going to be happy this morning. And I got away with highway robbery on an Equinox call option as well. It's getting hammered, and I bought it, and the person wanted 20, and it sold it to me for 11. So even today with it down another 3.5%, and I bought 5 of them at. So you're talking $50 on these call options. I got less than $300 in call options. And if I lose it, I lose it. But I like to play them out until the end of the year and see what happens. I have some Fortuna Silver Mines that I finally started adding into at $3.40. Yeah, it's down again, and it'll probably keep going down. But these are call options for January. So you're starting to get them at I got a few of them at $11 when yesterday they were at $17. And I with the understanding of how the options work, I fleece heisted and shisted these people out of their options because they were looking at the doom and gloom. And I mean, these options are good until November, some of them. The one guy sold me his for like 40% less than he wanted. I don't know why. I only did 2 of them when I wanted to buy 10 at that price. But he sold me 2 of them, and he sold me them for $11 a piece, and these were rated at $18 a piece. And today they're still at 14, even with the drop again. So this guy fleece heisted and shisted himself. So the total crypto market cap is down 4.16 billion to 1.63 trillion, or 2.48%. And then Bitcoin, I know it's been a long update, but Bitcoin is down 270 points, or 0.73% to 36,533. There is a chance we could be working on an inverse head and shoulders. And we'll know that if we don't break this 36,300 level. So here, it's time for me to widen this gap a little bit so you guys can see what we're working with. Basically, what we're looking to break is right here, this 36,226. If we break through that, we would most likely invalidate this inverted head and shoulders. We do have an inverse head and shoulders that's trying to form. You can see it. And right now, it's pretty parallel, but if you come back below this and then use that, you're going to come down. If you can use this as support, you're going to go up. And the one thing I'm watching is, are we going to get a retest up in this area or up here? It's not uncommon to back test, but looks like a big trap to me. The US dollar index, real quick, has exploded. And you guys know as well as I do in the crypto markets, this is all because of the inflation that's about to take place in March. This is the sole reason why they didn't start inflation yesterday, the interest rate hikes. Because they had to have a pump now in the US dollar so they can write themselves off some of their debt and trap a bunch of dummies thinking that the US dollar is going up, which directly crashes gold and silver and mining stock companies at the same time. It should affect crude oil as well, which you're starting to see. This is why we're going to come down, in my opinion, back down here into this trading zone. We could come all the way back to 76, but I doubt it. We'll probably go to like the 82, which is also why PBR is going to get stuck in this. And we're probably going to come back down to an accumulation zone even. So if we don't hold 1228, you're going to get another chance to buy at 1131 all the way down into this range because we had a pump up from $9. So, but you see how that directly relates to markets. So I don't see crypto being able to keep pumping with the fact that the US dollar currency is pumping up over the 97 handle now. I mean, that's spectacular that it's that high. This is going to be such an amazing buying opportunity. I hope you're sticking around and you watch this whole update. It's been a fiery, explosive, and a very long update. But like I told you, I don't care about the length of updates. If people want to watch, you watch. If not, well, I'll watch it after. So I'll still have an audience. But I have plenty of people that watch this, especially the members of Tom's Army that sit here through the whole episode. Because you know, from beginning to end, the content gets better and better as we go. So with XRP real quick, we've got resistance at 65 cents. We've got support right there at the 6046. And that's what I was talking about. That 6046, that's your ultimate line right now. If we're on the bottom side of that, this is not good. If we're on the top side, we can make a run to like 75 cents in my opinion. And you can see a attempt, right, at an inverted head and shoulders here, guys. I'm not making this up. Are we going to do something like that and pile out of here? So you've got like a left inverted arm. You come through the head. A right inverted arm now. Now the question is, does it come down on the bottom side and then ride down and invalidate it? Or does it use this as support and then bounce off of it and then at least bounce to 65? But on an inverted head and shoulders here, here's going to be your move if we were to bounce up. You're probably, at worst, you would top there, but you could theoretically come up to this about 69 cents if you were to break up. So that's what we'd be looking for with XRP. So watch that very carefully. If we break down, this will be a quick drop down to 57 and 52. We need a close under 60486 to confirm a drop down to 57.5. We had it that yesterday under 65, but we need a close really under 58 cents would be a nice close, particularly under that 57.5 area. So But you really just need a close under 60 cents to confirm a drop back down to retest those mid 50s and then likely further. So that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm feeling. Make sure to hit that like button. I hope you appreciated this style of an update. Make sure to consider joining Tom's Army. We got the exclusive Telegram. Oh, man, Lewis, I'm going to have to look at that. I'm going to have to see if I can find that file. That was made for me so long ago. But I'll definitely try to find it. Oh, man, I hope I can. It should be saved somewhere in my files. But this is something Lewis sent me, and I've been wanting to share it, so I wanted to pull this up in Telegram real quick. So this is a lot of stuff with the old ISO and the way that things actually work. So if you guys want to take a screenshot of this and study this, this is some really good information. So Lewis, thank you for sharing this with me. And then if you guys want to join the exclusive Telegram, $9.99 a month. We've got 141 people in here. So here's something that just came out January 27th, 2022 at 2204 hours. And this is in the in my Telegram, so there's always information. So Crypto India. President Vladimir Putin backs a Russian government proposal to tax and regulate mining of cryptocurrencies, rejecting the central bank's proposal to ban it completely, according to 3 people familiar with the matter. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna talk to my I'm gonna talk to Tom's Army real quick. So anyhow, this is what's going on. But this is all from today, guys. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, we just flipped the clock not too long ago where I live, 11 hours ago. But it's nonstop. Most people are sleeping. But we've got so much stuff we talk about. I wish everybody was in here. It's just so much stuff going on. I don't really want to infringe on their privacy anymore. And then we had a few mentions for me right here. From UB2B, this is an oldie, a classic, and I love it. Have you joined Tom's Army yet, Frank? Why not? Yeah, Frank, I need your help, Frank. I need your help, Frank. Will you just subscribe to my channel, Frank? Quit being a douche, Frank. Hit that subscribe button. Friends never play fair. Fud Fiends, UB2B. Join Tom's Army. $9.99 a month. Go check out UB2B. On Twitter, he's in my video description below. There is no try. I'll be fighting you with all I have. Fud Assassins, UB2B. What a spectacular. Don't blame me for being impolite if you don't have an open mind. Join Tom's Army, UB2B. Avoid doing something stupid. Drink coffee. Do stupid things faster with more energy. Join Tom's Army, UB2B. See why you have to stay here every minute? You don't know what you're going to get. And then this was Crypto FX. Yep, it's like a black hole that it's sucking in with XRP. So that's what we're looking at. That's what we're feeling. Make sure to hit that like button. It's been an honor and a privilege to bring you such a long update.